Have you ever wondered why the most powerful people often say the least? What if true dominance isn't loud or aggressive, but silent and unseen? Today we're diving into Nietzsche's dark art of silent dominance, a mindset that can transform the way you influence, lead, and control your world. But here's the question: how can mastering silence become your greatest weapon in a noisy world? Let's find out. True power hides in restraint. He who speaks the loudest often conceals the deepest fear. Nietzsche believed that authentic strength doesn't demand recognition, it emanates from within. In a world intoxicated by noise, the man who commands a room in silence is the one feared and respected the most. Power is not in proclamation, but in presence. In daily life, the strongest person isn't the one who dominates every conversation, it's the one who knows when to hold back, observe, and speak only when it matters. True strength lies in the ability to remain calm and composed when your ego begs to prove something. When someone cuts you off, disrespects you, or challenges your opinion, the instinct is to react, but silence can be the loudest statement. It tells the world, I don't need validation to know my worth. Then this kind of restraint builds quiet confidence. It shifts your focus from controlling others to mastering yourself. Over time, people begin to notice. They lean in when you speak, because you're not always speaking. You become someone whose presence carries weight not because of volume, but because of discipline. In a noisy world, your silence becomes power, and that power follows you into every room. Silence is the mirror of inner chaos mastered. One must still have chaos in oneself to give birth to a dancing star. Most people speak to hide their inner disorder. The one who can endure silence has already conquered his own shadows. Silence isn't emptiness. It's a powerful space where your inner world reveals itself. When you learn to sit with silence, you confront your fears, doubts, and restless thoughts. This confrontation is a chance to master your inner chaos, transforming noise into clarity. In everyday life, embracing moments of quiet helps you reset, reflect, and regain control over your emotions. Instead of running from silence, use it as a tool for growth. When you listen to your inner voice without distraction, you strengthen your self-awareness and calm your mind. This mastery allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, leading to better decisions and deeper peace. By making silence a habit, you build resilience against external chaos. You become centered, confident, and able to face life's challenges with calm strength. In mastering your silence, you master yourself, and that is true power. Speak only if it will outlive the moment. Inspired by Nietzsche's concept of eternal return, Alexander asked, would I say this again and again for eternity? This filters out the ego's compulsive need to be heard and ensures every word is weighty, a sword, not a whisper. Choosing your words with care is a form of respect, both for yourself and others. When you speak only if your words carry lasting value, you create impact that goes beyond the fleeting moment. In daily life, this means thinking before you speak, aiming to share wisdom, encouragement, or truth that can inspire or uplift. Avoid wasting energy on empty chatter or reactive comments that fade quickly. Instead, focus on meaningful communication that builds trust and connection. When your words are thoughtful and purposeful, people listen, remember, and respect you more. This practice also sharpens your clarity of thought. It encourages patience and mindfulness, helping you avoid misunderstandings and regrets. Speaking with intention turns everyday conversations into opportunities to empower yourself and those around you. In the end, your words become a legacy, echoing far beyond the immediate moment and shaping the life you want to lead. Amor fati, use this respect as strategy. When spoken over or dismissed, Alexander embraced it, not out of submission, but out of supreme confidence in the long game. Power lies not in contesting noise, but in turning noise into your servant. And turning disrespect into a strategy is about embracing amor fati, the love of fate, and using challenges as fuel for your growth. When others doubt or dismiss you, instead of letting it break your spirit, let it ignite your determination. Use their negativity as a mirror that reflects your strength and resilience. In daily life, this means transforming criticism or disrespect into motivation to prove your value, not by fighting back with anger, but by rising higher. When you accept everything that happens, even disrespect, as part of your journey, you gain control over your reactions and power over your destiny. This mindset builds unshakable confidence. It teaches you to focus on your own path, rather than wasting energy on others' opinions. Disrespect no longer holds you down. It becomes a stepping stone toward your success. Embrace every challenge as a gift, and watch yourself grow unstoppable. The pathos of distance, emotional sovereignty. Nietzsche taught the Übermensch rises above emotional reaction. Alexander practiced detachment, not apathy, but calculated distance. While others were swept up in office politics, he remained fixed like a mountain while storms passed beneath him. Emotional sovereignty means mastering your feelings so they don't control you, especially when dealing with difficult people or situations. The pathos of distance teaches us to create healthy emotional boundaries, keeping our peace even when others try to pull us into chaos. In everyday life, this means recognizing that you have the power to choose how you respond. You don't have to absorb negativity or get swept away by drama. Instead, cultivate calmness and detachment. Not coldness, but a wise distance that protects your inner balance. By owning your emotions, you build strength and clarity. You become the calm center in a storm, able to act with intention rather than reaction. This emotional sovereignty allows you to stay focused on your goals and relationships without losing yourself in others' turmoil. Practice this daily, and you'll find freedom, resilience, and a deeper sense of control over your life. The less you reveal, the more they project. The less a man reveals, the more he is imagined to contain. Alexander's silence became a canvas. Others painted onto him their hopes, fears, admiration, and insecurities, handing him power unknowingly. This is psychological jujitsu. Let their minds do the work. Keeping some things to yourself isn't about hiding, it's about protecting your energy and maintaining your power. When you reveal less, you limit what others can use to judge, misunderstand, or manipulate you. Instead, they often project their own fears, hopes, or insecurities onto you, which says more about them than about you. In daily life, this means choosing your words and emotions wisely. Not every thought or feeling needs to be shared. Sometimes, silence or discretion is the strongest response. By guarding your inner world, you create a space where your true self remains intact and untouchable by outside noise. This approach helps you stay centered and focused, allowing others to see only what you want them to see. It builds mystery and respect, giving you the freedom to grow without unnecessary interference. Embrace this principle, and you'll find greater confidence and peace in how you navigate the world. Power is not taken, it is attributed. Through attribution theory, people filled Alexander's silence with their assumptions. He never needed to prove brilliance. They proved it to themselves on his behalf. That is Nietzsche's will to power in stealth mode. True power isn't something you grab forcefully. It's something others recognize and give to you through your actions, presence, and character. Power grows from respect earned, not from demands or aggression. When you act with integrity, confidence, and purpose, people naturally acknowledge your strength and leadership. In everyday life, this means focusing on how you carry yourself and treat others, rather than trying to control or dominate. Power comes from consistency, self-discipline, and showing up authentically. It's about inspiring trust, not fear. By embodying these qualities, you attract opportunities and influence without needing to fight for them. Remember, power is a reflection of how others perceive you. So invest in building genuine connections and mastering yourself. This way, your power becomes lasting and meaningful, empowering you to create positive change in your life and those around you. Self-mastery over self-expression. He who cannot obey himself will be commanded. Alexander wasn't trying to command others. He commanded himself, and in that others followed him instinctively. Silence wasn't suppression, it was sovereignty. Mastering yourself means understanding and controlling your impulses before rushing to express them. True strength lies in choosing when, how, and what to share, rather than reacting impulsively. Self-mastery gives you clarity and power over your emotions, making your words and actions more intentional and impactful. In daily life, this means pausing before responding, reflecting on your feelings, and deciding if expressing them will serve your goals or relationships. It's about prioritizing long-term growth over momentary satisfaction. When you practice self-discipline, you avoid unnecessary conflicts and communicate with wisdom and calm. By cultivating this inner control, you become a beacon of stability and respect, inspiring others by your example. Self-mastery transforms your life from chaos to harmony, allowing you to navigate challenges with grace and purpose. In this way, your self-expression gains depth and meaning, uplifting both yourself and those around you. Every word becomes sacred when surrounded by silence. Like a priest who only speaks at the altar, Alexander's rare words struck deep. This is the pregnant pause, a Nietzschean tactic to give weight to meaning. Speak when silence would be too loud. When silence surrounds your words, they gain weight and meaning far beyond ordinary conversation. In a world full of noise, choosing when to speak makes your voice rare and precious. Every word you say becomes a deliberate gift, carrying power and intention that can inspire, heal, or transform. Applying this in daily life means learning the art of thoughtful communication, speaking less but with more purpose. It encourages you to listen deeply and respond with clarity, making your interactions more meaningful. Silence is not emptiness, but a space where your words can echo with impact. By valuing silence, you build respect and authority naturally, because people sense the care behind your speech. This practice sharpens your presence and helps you connect authentically with others. Ultimately, when your words become sacred, you shape your reality with wisdom and inspire those around you to do the same. Strategic silence evolves into existential power. Nietzsche called it the greatest weight, to live as though every action echoes in eternity. Alexander's silence was no longer a strategy. It became his nature, a spiritual stance. Power not as manipulation, but as liberation. Strategic silence is not just about holding back words, it's a conscious choice to harness the power that comes from restraint. When you master the art of silence, you evolve into a presence that commands respect without saying a word. This quiet strength reflects deep self-awareness and confidence, showing that your power isn't dependent on noise or constant validation. In daily life, practicing strategic silence means knowing when to pause, reflect, and let your actions speak louder than your words. It helps you avoid unnecessary conflicts and misunderstandings, while also creating space for clarity and growth. This silence becomes your tool for influence, drawing others in with curiosity and respect. By embracing strategic silence, you cultivate an inner power rooted in calm and control. It transforms how you interact with the world, allowing you to navigate challenges with grace and build lasting impact beyond fleeting moments. So to sum it up, silent dominance isn't about hiding your power. It's about controlling it with quiet confidence. Nietzsche teaches us that true influence comes not from shouting the loudest, but from mastering the strength of restraint and presence. Now, I want to hear from you. How do you use silence in your own life to gain an edge? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's get the conversation started. If you found this insight valuable, don't miss what's next. We'll explore another powerful strategy that will challenge the way you think about power and control. Click on the next video and keep transforming your mind with us.